All right, let's start with Group D, where France have officially qualified for the 2022 World Cup after a humongous win against Kazakhstan. France 8, Kazakhstan 0. This is absolutely ridiculous. Guys, just for your information, I want to keep it real. I didn't watch these games because I knew what the results were going to be. So I said to myself, I'm going to take a nap and refresh myself for this live stream tonight. All right. Kylian Mbappe with 4 goals. One in the 6th minute, 12th minute, and in the 32nd minute. The last goal came in the 87th minute. And he became the first French player to score 4 goals in a match since Just Fontaine back in 1958. So well done to Kylian Mbappe. You know, you got to score those penalties, bro. You got to put those penalties in the back of the net when it matters. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You got to be a more complete player than that. Just want to keep it real there, you know what I'm saying? Mbappe, you ain't going to get off the hook. Don't think we ain't forget you missing those penalties at the Euros and the Nations League. All right? But don't want to take nothing away from Kylian Mbappe there. But great stuff by France, you know, against Kazakhstan there to, you know what I mean, rump through an 8-0 win. The other goal scorers included Karim Benzema in the 55th and the 59th, Adrien Rabiot in the 75th, and Antoine Griezmann in the 84th. Listen, Didier Deschamps weren't playing any games when it comes to Kazakhstan. He put out a very, very strong team. Hugo Lloris in goal, Luka Hernandez, his brother Theo, over on the left side there. Upamecano and Jules Koundé, highly rated defenders. Kingsley Coman, Bayern Munich man. Kante, Rabiot, Griezmann, Mbappe, and Benzema. He wasn't playing around. Wasn't playing around at all, and you know what I mean? They run to a big win there. So congratulations to the world champions, France, for making it back to the World Cup. And you see the official Twitter there, blah, blah. Sont officiellement qualifiés pour la Coupe du Monde 2022. Nice French, right? Look, they have Kylian Mbappe, Chouameni, and that means that they rate Chouameni very, very highly. Griezmann, Benzema back in the fold. No Olivier Giroud there. Adrien Rabiot, little crybaby, and Captain Hugo Lloris. Paul Pogba is out injured, or maybe he would have been on the poster there. You could see the desert. You know what I mean? That's a nice graphic there. France officially qualifies. Right, guys, we expected this. We expected France to qualify for the World Cup. This is not something that we thought was, you know, they could have messed it up. They could have messed it up as they picked up 3 draws, but they are unbeaten so far in the group, 15 points ahead of Finland, Ukraine, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Kazakhstan. So congratulations to the world champions on making it back to the event to defend their title. Let's see if they could do so. They're definitely one of the favorites going into the tournament. Definitely. Even though they failed to win the Euros, but they did bounce back with a UEFA Nations League win. So France always a threat. 8-0. Oh man, that's a massacre of Kazakhstan. So look, congrats to France, but we're going to move on to something else. Let's go back and let's talk about them boys up in Finland doing a business. Look, I didn't expect this at all. I predicted a draw, 1-1 on the road to Bosnia and Herzegovina, and I cannot believe that Finland pulled off a 3-1 win on the road against Bosnia, even after they went down to 10 men. Absolute scenes. Big up to the boy Michael Talks Football. They tune into his watch along. I didn't watch the game. I woke up to the result and I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Pardon my language, by the way. But I couldn't believe it though. Finland 3, Bosnia 1. Finland going down to 10 men in the 37th minute, still getting the job done. Marcus Fors in the 29th minute, Juka Raitala sent off in the 37th. Robin Lod put Finland 2-0 up in the 58th minute. But Luka Menalo brought Bosnia and Herzegovina back in the game. But then Daniel O'Shaughnessy put another goal in the 73rd minute. 3-1. Finland. Finland are alive. Guys, hear these stats, right? Bosnia, 28 shots at goal, 7 on target, only 1 in the back of the net. Big up to the boy Lukas Hradecki in goal. Very busy man in goal. And big up to all the Finland players. I'm surprised that Teemu Pukki didn't actually score. That's the big surprise here. That Finland managed to score 3. They don't usually score a lot of goals, but to score 3, especially on the road, and Pukki does not score. I think Pukki even missed a penalty in this game too. So, yeah, man. Yeah. It was a miracle. It was indeed a miracle. It was a miracle in this game. And sometimes in life, you need miracles, man. You need miracles. You need things to go your way. It's not luck. You need miracles. And look. Bosnia, I'm very disappointed in this Bosnian team, though. Very, very disappointed in this Bosnian team. But they were missing the big man Edin Dzeko up top. That's a big player to not have in a crunch game like this. Miralem Pjanic in the middle, he couldn't do it. Kolasinac, not a big name. Not good enough by Bosnia. Not good enough. So they get, basically, with this loss, eliminated. Because they needed a win. They needed a win to keep themselves in contention for that playoff spot, but they have been eliminated. So big up to Markku Kanerva and the guys up in Finland. This is a remarkable performance. 8 shots at goal, 5 on target, 32% of the ball. They were very clinical in the final third. And in their defensive third, very resolute to keep out of, the Bosnians who bombarded them with shots. So Finland, second in the group right now. Leapfrog Ukraine on 9 points. Finland also has a +2 goal difference comparing to Ukraine's +1 goal difference. What's very interesting in this group, guys, are the last 2 games. Finland versus France in Helsinki. They have the perfect setup. You're at home. You're playing the world champions. A win or a draw could potentially, a win would definitely get you into the playoffs, but a draw could potentially put you ahead of Ukraine, even if Ukraine does win against a lackluster Bosnia and Herzegovina team. The odds are also stacked up against Ukraine because they have been drawing their games left, right, and center. So many draws. The last game they played against Bosnia, also a draw. So let's say Ukraine draw the game. That's all Finland needs. So Finland will be hoping that Bosnia do them a favor or Ukraine do them a favor with a draw. And Finland doesn't need to do anything against France. They could even send a U team and lose 100-0. They'll still go through to the playoffs, where they would fancy themselves to continue this Cinderella run where they made their first major footballing event at Euro 2020 that was held in 2021, and they could follow that up with a World Cup, repeating what Iceland did for Euro 16 and for the 2018 World Cup. So let's see if Finland could pull it off, man. So all the best to Finland. I would love to see a debutant at the World Cup. It would be hard. There would be, a good bit of wait because of that mini tournament in the playoff rounds. But at least they would live to fight another day. So good stuff, man. Good stuff that's going on in this group right now. And I'm hoping to see something miraculous when come to those final games that will be, held next Tuesday. Finland versus France, Bosnia and Herzegovina versus Ukraine. Awesome stuff there, man. Absolutely love stories like this. And this group, Group D, wasn't boring. Definitely wasn't boring at all. Even Kazakhstan had their share of picking up a couple draws and keeping things interesting in the group. So it's Finland and Ukraine fighting it out for that playoff spot. They don't play each other, so they will depend on, each other's results to actually go through to the playoffs. Look, it's hard to put my money on any one of these teams right now. Finland against France is a mismatch, but they could play out their skins and get something. But I just have a sneaky feeling that Ukraine are not winning that game. So Finland might just luck out and go through to the playoffs.